Hello, my lovelies, and welcome back to Sauntering Tarot. This is your daily tarot reading for the 25th of July, 2024. We'll be using Jen Sankey's The Stardust Wanderer Tarot again for today's daily tarot reading. That'll be listed in the description box down below. Anyway, let's see what's going on. Alright, my lovelies, I am back. I have all your cards out on the table. We have one ace, 5 major arcanas. So, the best part of your day, we start off with the 5 of Cups in the reverse. The King of Cups. Judgment. The 6 of Pentacles. And the Chariot. Huh. Yeah. Being grateful. Being grateful when things work out, but at the same time also being grateful for when they don't. Being grateful for both. Sometimes you're up, sometimes you're down, but being grateful for both, but especially for when things don't work out. Learning to be emotionally comfortable and satisfied with that. Why? Because that's what propels you forward. Okay. So coming to terms with both. I actually kind of like that. It's easy to be grateful and satisfied when things are going well. Not so much when things are not going well. You know, when you're on that emotional roller coaster and you start going downhill, sometimes it's really hard to be satisfied and to be grateful for how things are. Oh gosh, I hope you dance. What was the line in that one? I hope you still feel small standing beside the ocean. I find it interesting that we literally have a man and his dog on a planet on this tapestry staring at just the galaxy, space, the stars, the planets, the big moon in the sky, just in awe of it. That's the tapestry they chose for today. Yeah. I hope you still feel small standing by the ocean. In other words, being grateful. Usually that implies, you know, things are big, large, and you are itty bitty. And you can bemoan the fact that you are itty bitty and insignificant, or you can stand in awe of it and be grateful that you exist and you're a part of everything. And that's kind of what this is the good, the bad, and being grateful for both aspects. Being grateful for when things are good, but even when things are bad, being grateful for what you do have and the fact that that will change. And the struggles usually mean lessons, and you've overcome so many, so being grateful for that as well, realizing it does serve a purpose. Okay. Worst part of your day, we have the Ace of Wands in the reverse. The Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. And the Tower in the reverse. Yeah, sadly you may feel like there's not much going on and there's not much going for you. And that doesn't seem to really be changing. So some of you might actually be approaching depression or in depression. You know, like on that emotional roller coaster, you're in that dip period. So when times are tough, being grateful is actually a positive energy. Remember, laws of attraction. If you embody that grateful energy, you up your vibration, or you can maintain your vibration. Okay. So don't give in to hopelessness. Maintain your vibration. Learn to be grateful. Whether it's something good or bad, it's something that's happened. Accept it. Be grateful for the good things it brings in, but also the challenges and what you learn from it, what you gain from it, because just because you don't physically gain something doesn't mean you don't gain anything. Okay, we're going to detach from that energy. We're going to keep on moving. Obstacle, or how to get over an obstacle. We have the Four of Cups. The Knight of Cups in the reverse. The Two of Wands in the reverse. Followed by the Two of Cups. The Three of Pentacles in the reverse. The Moon. The Five of Swords in the reverse. And the Sun. Okay. Yeah. Okay. When we actually look at the negative side, the negative emotions, the things that make us feel sad, depressed, that dip in the emotional roller coaster, as much as that means we're probably not going anywhere, or it feels like we're not going anywhere. After all, we're thinking about it, so we're taking a mental trip here in our head through our emotions. We still have the ability to connect with that energy and how things played out, probably pretty poorly after all. We feel like maybe we have been left out, we're not a part of things, things are going bad, we're not progressing. But yet underneath all that, if we can think through it anyway, because let's face it, that's a little obscure. There's a lot of hidden things, and unless we think about it, we won't dig deep enough under the surface of just the that's disappointing energy to reveal what's there. But if we think about this, we connect to those disappointments, we connect to those emotional pitfalls where we think we've been hopeless, we've been left out, we've had things fall apart underneath all that junk. If we look hard enough, we'll realize it's really not as bad as it seems, and that there actually is value in it. It's not all there to drag us down. There is value in it. Okay, so that begs the question of, what are we learning? What are we gaining? Remember I said what you gain is not always physical. So a lot of times we attribute these emotional lulls to negative, to bad, to things being taken from us all the time, that we don't gain anything. Well, like I said, we don't get anything physically, but that doesn't mean we don't gain anything, or that it doesn't lead to something for us to have gained. But we have right here, the Sun card is what card we end on, which is not only a divine timing, good fortune, etc., but a card of reward, happiness, joy. So perhaps it's not necessarily that we gain something, but we come to terms and realize underneath it all, what's being hidden from us, is that those emotional walls really don't conflict with our happiness so much. Because if you think about it, if we have in awe of it all aspect to us, the childlike innocence aspect, we are the pitiful little small minute being in a very big universe. So as much as we could feel small and insignificant, we do have an effect We are alive. We are breathing. So just because we have a bad day, or we have a moment where something bad happens and our emotions dip, doesn't necessarily mean that it is meaningless or that we are worthless. In fact, a lot of times when our emotions go down, there's a reason for it. If we start looking at that, we'll realize with our childlike mind, our childlike innocence here, that I'm relating this to, we all know things we're ecstatic about. It's obvious. It's fun, it's joyful, we're enthusiastic, we're all for it. Very much so. But there's other things that we just close off, we shut down, and we're like, no, just no. That feels wrong, that feels bad, don't like it. Don't like it. Just don't like it. Childlike mind. And that doesn't mean that we should see a war between the positive and the negative when it comes to our emotions and our understanding of it. Because the enthusiastic side, that's the positive as we view it, will tell us what we enjoy, what we like. But the negative, as you see, is absence of joy a lot of the time, will tell us that's not a good way to go. That's not safe. That's not something that interests us. That's not worth our time. That's not worth our energy. So when we actually start to look deeper at this, what's being hidden from us is that there's really not that big of a conflict between the two emotional states. Sometimes our unhappiness, those emotional lulls, lead us to better things. It propels us forward because we know what we don't want. We know what we don't need. We know where not to go because there's nothing worth it for us there. In a way, you can actually view that as it being a rudder on a ship. You're the ship, but your emotions are your rudder that steers you along of which way to go. Positive will steer you towards things that you really want to go towards. Negative emotions can steer you away from danger. It's the same concept. Two sides of the same coin. This is why being grateful for both has merit. They both have merit. They both have value. I'm not sure how many of you are connecting to this energy. It is a general reading, but being able to be grateful for both, the positive and the negative. We're all grateful, every single one of us, for the positive, automatically. It's fantastic. But not all of us are grateful for when things go wrong, or things go bad, or when things take a dark turn. Because being able to see the merit and value in it is really hard. It's obscure. It's hidden from us. It's buried down deep. Hence why we need to realize that there really is not that big of a conflict with it. You can be grateful for both. And just like two sides of a coin, you need to connect to both. You need to have both. You can't appreciate one without the other. And yes, you can be appreciative of both. Oh, and I'm hearing it again. I hope you still feel small standing by the ocean. Okay. That was a little bit deeper than I had planned on going for this reading. That was surprising. I just figured this was, on the surface level. But no, this goes a little bit deeper than that today. Hopefully I didn't lose you all in the references to that. Hopefully that came across and was understood appropriately. Anyway, I did add up all your cards. Everything adds up to 119, which all reduces to 11, which is the master number of service. So, you can definitely do a big service to you to be grateful for both. Why? Because you're with yourself all the time, and this will benefit your outlook on life. It'll also help you assimilate lessons. In turn, this will help you when it comes to others. Why? Because if you're having a low moment, but you see value in it and are grateful for it, it means that you're not going to lash out. You're not going to be angry. You're not going to stress other people out. You're not going to drag other people into it. You're not going to project all this bleh onto other people. Instead, you're going to be able to be composed enough around others and have most of your shit together to carry on. Why? Because as hard as things are, as difficult as things are, that won't always stay the same. And now I'm hearing Annie, the sun will come out tomorrow. Yeah, it'll always turn around. Even if it doesn't feel like it. Okay, we're getting multiple songs now throughout this reading. So I'm going to jump over to the astrology portion. We have Mercury entering Virgo, so this is your productive, focused mind. In this case, we're taking a mental journey into our emotions. You get organized, make lists, work on being more practical when it comes to plans. We had that energy show up yesterday. No surprise considering the transit. Your eye for details can be sharp and you can focus on little things. Yeah, all that was present yesterday. We kind of showed up a little early with that if you watched yesterday's video. The Sun in Leo sextiles Mars in Gemini. Energy can be high. You can focus on what you're most enthusiastic about. Keep yourself busy, especially physically. In this case, maybe things are not physically happening, but you have that desire for things that do make you enthusiastic. Like I said, it's really easy to play into the positive. That's what we're always after. It's always what we appreciate as a default. The moon enters Aries, something you can get excited about, throw yourself into, take the initiative, and get started. Yeah. But at the same time, with this energy, you got to realize sometimes when we're grateful for the bad things and we realize what the bad things represent or what we're categorizing as the bad things, the negative things, the things that cause us that emotional dip in the roller coaster, that's actually what propels us forward. Alright, my lovelies, I'm going to stop babbling. I'm going to go ahead and leave this here. If it resonates for you, by all means, give me a thumbs up. If it doesn't, don't worry. It's a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.